I want to talk a bit about what instructional coaching is, the essentially principles that are behind the work and the process that we do when we do instructional coaching. And I want to distinguish instructional coaching from other approaches to coaching. First thing I want to talk about is what we mean by instructional coaching and how it's similar or different from other approaches. And usually when you talk about coaching, it's put into two different boxes: facilitative coaching or directive coaching. Facilitative coaching, growth coaching from Australia, and cognitive coaching from the United States would all probably be forms of facilitative coaching. And facilitative coaches work from the assumption that the person they're working with already knows what they need to do. But through the coaching process, through questions, through listening, through mediating the thinking of the partner in the coaching process, the person realizes what they want to work on, they set a goal, and then they plan out how they're going to hit the goal working with the coach. The metaphor for facilitative coaching is a sounding board. I don't share ideas, I don't share expertise, I don't share knowledge, but I do facilitate your thinking through the way I ask questions and listen and work with you. The other kind of coaching is directive coaching, and usually when you hear people talk about coaching, it's either facilitative or directive. In directive coaching, the idea is, the assumption is the teacher doesn't know a particular teaching practice they need to learn, and my job is to make sure the teacher learns it. And I work from the assumption that they're going to have to get it, and I'm going to have to describe it and follow up and make sure they do it the right way. The metaphor for the facilitative approach is a sounding board. The metaphor for the directive approach is an expert with an apprentice. And the assumption, again, in the facilitative approach is the teacher already knows what to do, and the teacher is doing the decision making. But in the directive approach, the assumption is the teacher doesn't know what to do, and the decision maker is the coach. So often people, when they hear about coaching, they put it in one box or the other box, but I think there's a third way, and the third way is what I call dialogical coaching. Now, in dialogical coaching, the assumption is that often teachers do know what they need to work on, but sometimes it's helpful to have a person, an expert in instructional practices, who can help you learn new things to meet your goal. Billions of dollars has been spent studying what effective instruction looks like. And to have a person, a coach, a partner who positions you as the decision maker nevertheless to help you learn practices to hit your goal seems to make a lot of sense. This is not directive coaching though, it's dialogical coaching, because in dialogical coaching the teacher remains the decision maker. And as I describe practices as a dialogical coach, I always say, do you want to do it this way? Do you want to modify it? Is this the practice you want to do? I don't give advice. I don't show up like an expert. But I have expertise to share with my partner, the professional.